armchair.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
You can't drink like me, you can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, the fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing, Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the man. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win.
And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Folk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won Baseball World Championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series. A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry.
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lam-a ding dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead.
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America. You get in a ballpark, and it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Touch them all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life.
High fly ball into right field. She is gone.
Swung line drive left field. One run is in. Here comes Reed. He's the front of the plate. He is safe.
You're in Braves country.
If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to one strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to Forrest. And here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop all throughout Braves country. Pop that top. Your Atlanta Braves have won it all!
Here's a list of the players we'll be inviting to camp.
I never heard of half of these guys. And the ones I do know are way past their prime.
Most of these guys never had a prime.
This guy here is dead.
Cross him off then.
The local press seems to think we'd save everyone a lot of time and trouble if we just went out and shot ourselves.
We got uniforms and everything.
You know, you might think about taking Jesus Christ as your savior instead of fooling around with all this stuff.
I like him very much. But he no help with curveball.
You trying to say Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball?
But I'll tell you, these fans are great. Listen to them. Hey, way to go, Rick! All of Ohio loves you. Come on, baby. Come on, Ricky. Come on, Ricky.
The game doesn't stink. It's a great game.
You know, one of the best things about being an ex-big leaguer is getting freebies to the game. Call the front office, bingo. And once these fans recognize me, I probably won't even have to pay for my life here. I love them. Good seats, huh? You're in the wrong seat, buddy. Come on. Oh, I must be in the front row. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate.
Please remain standing. We call your attention to our fans here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture. Our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we once were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets went there, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
Play ball! Good seats, hey, buddy? He missed the tag! He missed the tag!
On this date in 1884, at Detroit's recreational park, Bison hurler Pud Galvin throws the most lopsided no-hitter in baseball history when his team beats the Wolverines 18-0. The victory in the second career no-hitter for the 27-year-old Buffalo right-hander, who also held Worcester hitless in 1880. On this date in 1948, Ernie Harwell, filling in for Red Barber, recovering from a bleeding ulcer, calls his first major league game when the Dodgers beat the Cubs at Ebbets Field 5-4. To obtain the future Hall of Famer broadcaster, Brooklyn general manager Branch Rickey trades minor league catcher Cliff Dapper to the Atlanta Crackers. And on this date in 1968, after the Cardinals' 6-5 extra inning loss to Chicago in front of a capacity crowd, the team unveils a 10-foot bronze statue of Stan Musial at Busch Stadium. In a pregame ceremony, Stan the Man, 7-time NL batting champion, is joined by his teammates. Inscripted on the bronze statue of Stan Musial was, quote, "Here stands baseball's perfect warrior. Here stands baseball's perfect knight." That quote is attributed to Ford Frick, former commissioner of Major League Baseball. And that's your Braves Country Radio on this date in baseball history. Find us on YouTube and Facebook today. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. America's patriotic light lager, all natural ingredients. Stand tall, be proud. The perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. America's patriotic light lager, offering a crisp, clean, bold taste. Perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. A beer with only 110 calories that tastes like a full-flavored beer and celebrates like freedom.
Armchair.
On a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Welcome to October, boys and girls, here on Braves Country Radio. You're listening live as we march closer to crowning a champion for 2025. I'm Mac McGee. It's time to put it all aside and get ready for what should be a great day in Major League Baseball. We'll go over the lineups as the game goes on. Make sure to like and subscribe and become a member today. Jump in the chat. Tell us where you hail from, as roll call is on the way. Buckle up, boys and girls. It's time for pitch by pitch, play by play, the classic call of Major League Baseball. Here are your starting lineups for today's action. Leading off and playing center field for the New York Yankees, Trent Grisham. 34 home runs, 74 RBI, 3 stolen bases, batting .235 on the season. Batting second, playing right. All rise, it's Aaron Judge. 53 home runs, 114 RBI, 12 stolen bases, batting .331, excuse me. Batting third, playing left, Cody Bellinger. 29 home runs, 98 RBI, 13 stolen bases, batting .272. Batting cleanup, playing first, Uncle Ben's Rice. 26 home runs, 65 RBI, 3 stolen bases, batting .255. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Giancarlo Stanton. Mike has 24 home runs, 66 RBI, a .273 clip. Batting sixth, playing second, Jazz Chisholm. 31 home runs, 80 RBI, 31 stolen bases, batting .242. Ryan McMahon, batting seventh, playing third. 20 home runs, 53 RBI, 3 stolen bases, batting .214. Anthony Volpe is at short and batting eighth. 72 RBI, 19 home runs, 18 stolen bases, batting .212. Batting ninth, behind home plate, Anthony Wells. 21 home runs, 71 RBI, 5 stolen bases, batting .219. On the mound for the Toronto Blue Jays, for the New York Yankees, it's Max Fried. He'll be going head-to-head with Trey Yesevich. Max, in the postseason, has thrown 6 innings, no runs, 6 strikeouts, 4 hits, 3 walks, and no home runs served. Yesevich will be making his first start here in the postseason. Backing up Yesevich for the Toronto Blue Jays in the bottom of the first inning, designated hitter leading off George Springer. 32 home runs, 84 RBI, 18 stolen bases, batting .309. Batting second, playing left, Daniel Schneider. 11 home runs, 31 RBI, 3 stolen bases, batting .234. Batting third, playing first, Vladdy Jr. Guerrero has 23 home runs, 84 RBI, 6 stolen bases, batting .292. Kirk is behind home plate and batting cleanup. 15 home runs, 76 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .282. Varsho is batting fifth and in center field. 20 home runs, 55 RBI, 2 stolen bases, a .238 average. And Ernie Clement is batting sixth and playing third. 9 home runs, 50 RBI, 6 stolen bases, batting .277. IKF is at second base and batting seventh. 2 home runs, 40 RBI, 15 stolen bases, batting .262. Jimenez is at short and batting eighth.
7 homers, 35 RBI, 12 stolen bases, batting .210. Miles Straw is batting 9th and in right field. He's got 4 home runs, 32 RBI, 12 stolen bases, batting .262. Calling balls and strikes behind home plate tonight, it's Adam Hamari. Your first base umpire, Jordan Baker. Second base will be manned by Tony Randazzo, and down the third base line, it's Dan Bellino. Left field corner, Roberto Ortiz. Right field corner, Chris Segal. We're going to get you set pitch by pitch, play by play, Yankees and Blue Jays, game number 2. An important one for New York as they try to tie up the series before they head back to the Bronx on Tuesday.
Get this bus moving. Stop. Come back. Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call!
All right, roll call. See who we got in here. I know a lot of people are probably just flipping over as you come into the end of the NFL action for the early window. And it's the first baseball game of the day, so a lot of folks probably trying to get some stuff done here. But say hello, and if you're a little late, we'll try to see you as the game goes along, but it gets a little difficult. Good to see you in the chat. Richard Talley, Country Club member. We've got Aswaz and James Fisher. Ian is in here as well. Country Club member John. See who else we have. I know I saw a couple others. 100 Yards is in here today. And a couple of the other outlets. We see Sarah. Jonathan J. Allie T. I can't make that one out. I think it says NYJ70. Maybe it's got something to do with the Jets. Don't know. Jets ain't looking too good. It's time to watch some baseball, right? All right. If we missed anybody, jump into the chat. Good to see you, Laura. Where are you at, Laura? Are you in Pennsylvania? Is that what the PA stands for, or is that something else? We'll take a quick break. Anyways, we'll be doing, is this your first time in? For any of y'all, we're doing this all postseason. We're following all the series, trying to give you as much content as we can. That's right, Richard. We'll be back in a flash when we return. Pitch by pitch, play by play, Yankees and Blue Jays. I'm just curious where Laura's at. There's HHO. Good to see you. Jump in and say hi. Where do you hail from? We'll return in a flash. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. America's patriotic light lager, all natural ingredients. Stand tall, be proud. The perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. America's patriotic light lager, offering a crisp, clean, bold taste. Perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. A beer with only 110 calories that tastes like a full-flavored beer and celebrates like freedom. Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Join the Country Club today. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the Country Club today. It helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. From the mountains to the prairies to your pint glass with white foam, we're bringing back beer with a backbone. All that matters in our brew is taste and a touch of American excellence. American Rebel Beer, born in the USA.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the radio news.
Sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. There is nothing wrong. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both things and ideas. You've just crossed over into
Adventures in Time and Space.
We offer you Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Hi, folks. Join us now for another Braves ball game. Yes, sir. This is the one we've been waiting for. This is it. This makes you feel like it's spring and baseball. No more measles and free tickets to the circus.
You're in Braves country.
This is a reminder, disorderly conduct will not be tolerated. Please respect your fellow fan and refrain from any unruly behavior. Failure to comply with these guidelines will result in ejection.
You're in Braves country.
Good evening, y'all. For you country club members, we do have the Blue Jays and the Yankees emojis in there. As soon as the 3D kicks in, we will put it on the screen. Keep it from jumping around on you. The Yankees and Blue Jays are set to do battle, and I'm excited for this one. Didn't get a chance to catch much of it yesterday because we were doing Cubs Brewers coming back from the funeral, and by the time I flipped over and got everything torn down from the studio, the game was pretty much over. But Max Fried's on the bump. We are very familiar with him in Braves country, and the Blue Jays are a fun team to watch as well. Richard in Southern Virginia. Or you were replying to someone in Southern Virginia. Let me scroll up and see what y'all are talking about. And thank you, Jeannie, for your support of the channel. Oh, Laura's in Virginia. Okay. Just waiting for them to come back, and we will. First pitch is supposed to be here in just a couple of minutes. They've been pretty good about it in this postseason. There was one game we did last week, or I guess earlier this week, I should say. The roof is open, by the way, 78 degrees, and they were calling for pretty good winds, 10 to 12 miles an hour blowing out to left center. So keep an eye on that. Of course, the home team gets to choose, and I'd say they're trying to get the ball flying because Max Fried is a ground ball pitcher. Good to see Pete in here. Tree Nug. Jeannie. I think we already got HHO and Laura. James. If you're in Southern Virginia, you're not too far from heading towards. I would. Well, I guess it depends on what part of Southern Virginia. I was thinking over on the eastern side, but I guess you could be over there on the western side. Trey Yesevich, I have never seen this kid throw. I'm interested to see what he's got. We'll bring that to you here in 1 second. Get his repertoire. The right-hander is doing his final warm-up tosses. we go into the stadium. Yesevich has a four-seamer, a slider, a splitter. 45% of the time on the four-seamer, slider, and split. About even, almost a total of 50%, a little north of that. The three-pitch pitcher. Look, I'm expecting this to be more of a bullpen game, but we'll see how long Yesevich can go. Blue Jays wearing their white pants, blue tops, blue ball caps, white across the front with the Blue Jay logo, one of the classic logos in all of sport. And the blue bill, Yankees wearing their classic road grays, New York across the chest in blue, and the numbers. And we're just about set for pitch by pitch, play by play. And yes, sir, it is baseball time in October. And the first pitch on the way is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. We'll get this off the screen as the 3D does kick in without fail this time. The 0-1 righty-lefty matchup. Four-seamer in the dirt. It's 1-1. So a 1-1 count. I hear you, Laura. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. So, Laura, are you a fan of one of these teams, I'm curious, or are you just a baseball fan and your team was the Red Sox? Or I'm assuming you're the Yankee. I'm assuming you're a Yankee fan by the context of your clues. The 1-2 count. Brings it. Swing and a miss, strike three. Pulled the splitter on that one. Man, they're calling that a splitter, but that's a drop change. That thing is filthy. One away. Once again, for those of y'all who have joined the country club, you got the Yankees there. And the Blue Jays there. We've got all the teams in the postseason in there. First pitch on the way to Aaron Judge. All rise. Number 99 takes it up off the plate. It's 1-0. 1-0. Kicks and fires. Down and in. Ball 2-2. So a 2-0 count. Brings it. Just misses the outside corner. Ball 3-0. Carrie says she's rooting for the small. Well, there's not a small market team in this one. Toronto's one of the biggest cities in Canada, and you got the New York Yankees. The 3-0 count. Righty. Yesevich brings it. Outside wide ball 4. So he was pitching around Aaron Judge, and rightfully so, with his 53 home runs. And Judge will head on down to first. Kerry says, I'm pulling for the team with the blue in their uniform, right? First pitch on the way to Cody Bellinger. Four-seam fastball at the knees, but called for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Brings it. Outside the zone, 2-0. 2-0 count. Runner at first, one out. Aaron Judge at first base. Ben Rice stands on deck. The 2-0, 95, grabs it on the outer edge, 2-1. We'll shift the camera here to get a better look at what Cody Bellinger's looking at. Infield back and to the right. The 1-0, or the 2-1, excuse me. Up top, misses. 2-2. 2-2 count. Splitter. Bangs it away. We'll do it again. You had a 2-2 to Bellinger. Runner at first. 1 out. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with the splitter leaning out on the edge. 2 down. Man, that is a nasty pitch. So that'll bring Ben Rice to the plate. Uncle Ben takes the first pitch a little bit inside, but called for a strike. It's 0-1. Home plate umpire Adam Hamari. We have not seen him a ton this year, but a fairly highly rated umpire. Home plate umpire, I should say. The 0-1. Down below the knees. 4-seam fastball. So a couple of pitches that looked like they kissed the zone. One called for a strike, the other he did not. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on that splitter, 1-2. Definitely his go-to pitch, you can tell. Sets him up with that fastball and then tries to dust him off with that slider. Excuse me, splitter. He does have the bender as well. Toronto Blue Jay fans are at their feet waving their October light blue towels. The 1-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with the splitter, and that'll end the inning. Yankees put one on but can't get it done. We'll be back in a flash. It's the Blue Jays' turn when we return.
Who I date, who I go with?
No. He's got to come in with a fastball and gain a fastball hitter. Deep to left. There's Ron Gant's first ever grand slam.
I was talking to one of my friends, and he told me that him and his new girlfriend were trying something new, so they wanted to try bees. So, and he said, "Did you know that you're supposed to pull beads out real slow?" And I was like, "No, I didn't know that." And he was like, "Me neither. I started that girl up like a chainsaw."
I'm 40. I threw my back out plugging in my phone charger the other day. I'm 40. Why are everyone's headlights so bright? I'm 40. If there's no parking, I'm not going. I'm 40. I'm going to calculate my sugar intake relative to hours before bed. I'm 40. Why are there so many people everywhere all the time? I'm 40. I'm cranky, and I'll be the first one to tell you.
2 outs, 2 strikes on Reggie, and you've got to know he's going to get the super sinker. The set, here it comes. The sinker swung on and missed. Reggie is fuming.
Late in his career, Hall of Fame pitcher Gaylord Perry confessed what those who had played against him knew all too well, that he had regularly doctored the ball. Generations of major leaguers, including some of the greatest stars in the game, used some form of amphetamines to increase their focus and energy. But by the late 1980s, some baseball players had found a new way to gain an edge.
Welcome back. Nothing your score. We're heading to the bottom of the first inning. George Springer will lead it off for the Toronto Blue Jays. Blue Jays were in the blue and white uniforms. I think some of the sharper uniforms in baseball. Never had an allegiance to the Toronto Blue Jays, but always liked their jerseys, and especially their logo. I think it's a cool logo that they do. Much better than the old, even though I've got a Montreal Expo hat just because of vintage, but much better than the Montreal Expo ball caps. Max Fried, who is a true kitchen sink pitcher, will come at you with everything from the kitchen sink. First pitch on the way. Yes, sir. Fires a fastball outside wide as he begins the Yankees' defensive day. It's 1-0. 1-0. Swing. Bangs it down the first base line. It's 1-1. 1-1 count. Infield back into the right. And we got another one of these pitch comms not working. Or did he? No. I'm sorry. I was mistaken. The backstop for the New York Yankees, Austin Wells, looks like he's getting eye drops in his eye. It's some kind of medical timeout. It doesn't look like he's injured. It looks like it's got something to do with eye drops, possibly. I guess he doesn't want to look hungover. I don't know what's going on. But anyways, Max Fried awaiting the go-ahead on a 1-1 count, bottom at the first. George Springer digging in with his high blue socks with the white pants. The 1-1 swing, chops it over to third. It's going to be an easy play. Clement. That'll be McMahon to Rice. A 5-3 putout. One away. Schneider. Davis Schneider coming to the plate. The right-handed bat, lefty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way is down and away. It's 1-0. Left to right across the outfield for the New York Yankees, it's Bellinger, Grisham, and Aaron Judge in right. Around the horn, left to right, McMahon at third, Volpe, Jazz Chisholm, and Ben Rice. Wells is behind the plate. The 1-0 pitch, swing, rips it into left field. That's down for a base hit, and that'll get the Blue Jays started off today. One on, one out. Schneider leaning off of first. Here's the pitch from Max Fried down and in to Vladimir Guerrero Jr. It's 1-0. 1-0. Vladimir Guerrero with 23 home runs on the year, the .292 average. Pitch right there at the knees. 1-1. 1-1 count. One on, one out. Just getting going here in the bottom of the first. Ace is wild. The 1-1 from Fried. Swing. Baltimore chopper over the mound. Is that going to be safe? That's going to be everybody safe as the ball bounces off the hand of the charging Jazz Chisholm, but I don't think he would have had a chance. Though Vladimir Guerrero Jr. does not run well compared to other players, he has lost a ton of weight, and that ball, I mean, that looked like something from the 1980s, chop it off the mound like that, off the turf. It's not quite the AstroTurf that they used to play with in the 80s and early 90s in Major League Baseball and into the 70s, but that took a huge chopper. So first and second, one out, infield back into the left, double play depth, and first pitch on the way. Alejandro Kirk is a curveball outside wide. It's 1-0. .282 average, 15 home runs on the year. 78 RBI. Fried. Looking in, the 1-0. Swing. Hits it up the middle. That should be an easy 4. Steps on the bag to 3. Inning-ending double play. So the Yankees kill the rally. They'll grab the bats, looking for their first hit when we return.
Out of all my body parts, my eyeballs are the strongest because I roll them like 342 times a day.
You see this? He can't hit, he can't run, and he should have been born a girl. The only way he can catch a ball is if it hits him directly in the mouth. And yet, he shows up week after week just like a cold sore. If he can try, you can try. Now get out there and act like there's something in those jock straps.
Happy day to everyone except people that insist on putting loose change on top of dollar bills in your receipt in your hand. Like, don't do that. Change first.
In the wake of drug scandals that had rocked the game in the 1980s, Commissioner Fay Vincent was more concerned with preventing cocaine and marijuana abuse. And the powerful Major League Baseball Players Association, now led by Donald Fear, was vehemently opposed to any mandatory steroid screening program as a violation of their members' right to privacy. As a result, professional baseball players were free to take whatever they wanted, with no fear of punishment.
The notion that we would willingly surrender to our employer as the price of a job all the protections we insist on from the government is a rather extraordinary notion.
The Players Association did a horrible job in this case. They should have seen this early on and said, wait a minute, how can we expect some of our players to compete at a competitive disadvantage or force them to make the horrible choice of running whatever risks there may be to their health or their reputations or whatever it may be to either use to keep up or don't use and inevitably fall behind? Who is it that we represent? The guilty or the innocent?
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. Only 2 baseball games here in the world of the MLB postseason. You got this one, and then you got tonight's game, Detroit and Seattle. If you miss the end of that game, Detroit ended up winning it in extra innings, won it late. We put the chat up over on the other channel without the play-by-play. We'll do that again tonight. I don't know if I'll be able to hang out. I gotta get so much stuff done, but I enjoyed my time last night hanging out with everybody. But we'll put the chat up again. But we're going to be doing that on Armchair QB Radio. If you don't see it play-by-play over here, we're going to have the chat over there with the 3D so you can follow along on the score. First pitch on the way is a pitch right down the middle to Giancarlo Stanton. Yesevich is back out there, 19 pitches into the day. It's 0-1. Near 1. Swing and a miss. Slider. 0-2. 0-2 count. Trey Yesevich, 6'4", 225-pounder, 22-year-old, out of Pottstown, Pennsylvania. The 1-2 pitch, high and out of the zone. 2-2. Left to right across the outfield for the Blue Jays today. It's Schneider, Varsho, Miles Straw, Clement, Jimenez, IKF, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. around the horn. Third to first. As the 2-2 misses outside, 3-2. Kirk is behind the plate. Let me clean that up. Around the horn, third to first. It's Clement, Jimenez, IKF, and Vladdy. The payoff pitch, swing, chops it foul down the line. We'll do it again. The farthest that Yesevich has gone in the regular season is 5 innings is the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chase the slider down and away. 1 down. So we'll see what he has here today. You don't tend to see guys go very deep in games that only have 3 pitches nowadays. But I'll tell you what, that splitter is filthy. They may be able to get 2 times through the order with him. First pitch swinging by Jazz Chisholm. He'll pop it up. Very shallow left field. Coming in making the catch is Schneider. And quickly 2 outs. F7 in your scorecard. Good to see Iron Lung. See if we got anybody else that I may have missed. Eyes are darting all around the studio trying to keep up with it. Ian, good to see you. I think we said hi to Carrie. Ryan McMahon, the batter, 95 miles an hour gets him going there. First pitch, high and out of the zone, it's 1-0. 1-0. Kicks and fires. Drops the splitter, top of the zone, 1-1. On the season, Yesevich, a 3.21 ERA, just 14 innings pitched, 3 appearances. Is the 1-1 swing and a miss one, too. He had 16 strikeouts. He faced Tampa Bay twice and Kansas City once. Kansas City was where he gave up the most runs, 4 runs in 4 innings. The 1-2 pitch, down and away, good take there. Nasty splitter again. So it's interesting that Tampa Bay, though they didn't have a very good offense this year, but still, 2 times they saw Yesevich in 12 days, and they did not crack the code. The 2-2 swing, that ball's hammered towards right field. A line drive out, making the catch is Miles Straw as he's fighting the sun, blasting him in the face, and that'll end the inning. Blue Jays will grab the bats. It's their turn when we return.
I feel like if God wanted to make me mentally stable, he would have made me mentally stable, but he didn't. So lock your doors.
After that tough 7-game series, Rodman had comments.
Yes.
You know, about Larry Legend. Then they come to you.
Yeah.
And you had comments.
Yeah, so here's the thing, right? Game 7, I think Larry has like a triple-double, like, you know, he torched Rodman, right? So Rodman's all upset. They get him the mic, and he says what he says, right? And I kind of echo it. Now, here's the beauty of it. Larry, you had my career right in the palm of your hand. Had you handled that press conference different, you could have just like, but this is what this man said.
If the statements or whatever was said doesn't bother me, I don't think it should bother any of us. But I just feel sorry for Isaiah because, you know, just walking in this room and seeing everybody, it must have touched a lot of people. But if Isaiah tells me that it was a joking matter, I think we should leave it at that.
Come on, we've been in them locker rooms, taking tough losses. You know, competition sometimes brings the best out of you and the worst. Isaiah was a great basketball player. He had a big career ahead of it. Could damage his career by saying something I didn't mean.
Do you think I'm elitist?
Of course I do. You needn't worry about that.
No, not in a good way.
Ever since the players had formed their union in 1966, tensions with the owners had steadily escalated. There had been a strike or a lockout every time they had to negotiate a new contract.
Basically what? They're arguing over how to spend our money, right? You know, I mean, I'm a baseball fan. I like to see them play ball, but, you know, I have no sympathy for either party. None.
The fact that it shut down and stayed shut down was devastating. I can remember being in New York in the fall and being on a 7 train and going past Shea Stadium. It looked like a graveyard to me. I can remember just thinking they should be playing right now and just being so angry to the point where, like, there were tears in my eyes.
Welcome back. I don't know how that conversation came out. I just saw Tree's comments as I've shoveled enough snow in my time. I've shoveled enough of something in my time, I'll tell you that, Tree. I thought you lived in Florida, Tree. Do I have that mixed up? If you're telling people we're shoveling snow in Florida, you're shoveling something else to them. Tigers do not have a dome, Gary. It's an open air stadium. Max Fried goes back to work as we begin the bottom of the second inning. First pitch on the way. Sinker, P at the knees to Dalton Varsho. It's 0-1. Lefty-lefty matchup. Varsho came up as a catcher as the 0-1 pitch swing. Rips it down the right field line. That's going to be a fair ball. And Aaron Judge misplays it, goes between his legs, and that's going to be a leadoff. We'll see how they score it. Could be a triple for Varsho, could be a double and an error, but regardless, the Blue Jays have a runner in scoring position 90 feet away with nobody out. I think you have to give that an error. Right now, they're giving it a triple. The first pitch on the way to Clement is swung on, and that ball is belted high and deep into left field. Zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lamma ding-dong. A two-run shot, and Ernie Clement, his first postseason home run, has made it a 2-0 score here in Toronto. .354 feet later, and the Blue Jays strike first blood. Max Fried goes back to work. First pitch, 96 miles an hour, high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. The 1-0 right there on the outer edge, 1-1. Sometimes you see stuff in the chat, you laugh, but you can't even comment because you don't want to. The 1-1 count. Kicks and fires. Swing, chops it over to first. On it is Rice. He'll step on the bag. One away. No, Kerry, that one's got the Let's Go Blue Jays in it. We got the Let's Go Yankees, Let's Go Blue Jays. The only one I had to do generic for were the Reds and the Brewers and the Cubs. So I couldn't find anything with any of their fans celebrating in unison. So we keep that one in the chamber. There's a pretty obnoxious one for the Phillies in tomorrow night's game. I think you're going to get a kick out of it. It's so Philly. It's so obnoxious. First pitch on the way is a swing and a miss. Strike, it's 0-1. Andres Jimenez from the left side of the plate, lefty-lefty matchup. Batted .210 this year with 7 home runs. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Fried brings it, swing. Foul tipped into the mitt of Wells. So it'll be a strike 3, put out, 2 down. Max Fried's first strikeout of the day. You'd have to hear it. It was one of their It was after, I don't know, they were celebrating in a parade, but they haven't won a World Series in years, so I don't know what kind of parade they were showing. But as the first pitch swing, and that should get Fried out of the inning. Miles Straw, F7 in your scorecard, Bellinger underneath it, and that'll end the inning. But not before the Blue Jays put 2 on the board. It's 2-0. We head to 3.
You're like, men can get pregnant and have periods too, and don't you dare say otherwise. And another thing, Until a man can get pregnant and carry a baby, I don't want to hear his opinion on abortion.
So everybody says if you take the coordinates to the Miami Mall and you reverse them, it'll put you in Antarctica.
Yeah, it's a grid system, dude. Latitude, longitude. It's a grid system. Yeah, that's how it works.
So all this talk of portals and stuff opening up, right? You change the north to east and change the west to south. That's it. It puts you right in Antarctica. Isn't that crazy?
Except it isn't, dude. It isn't. Have you ever seen a graph? It's not that crazy. I want to be an idiot. I want to be dumb, dude. Because you got to be dumb to just... Oh, somebody told me if you mix these numbers, then that's a portal to another. No further questions.
Now watch this. Watch what happens when I change the south and the east to north and west. Look where it puts me in.
Is it putting you on the other side of the graph, dude? Are you going to the other side of the graph?
Now, what are the odds of that?
It is a grid system. The odds are pretty good, dude. Have you never seen a graph? You can go up, you can go down, you can go left and right. What are you not getting about this? I wish I was an idiot, dude. Your life seems simple and great, and I'm envious.
Y'all, I recently realized that it's really important for me to get out of the house every once in a while to remind myself why I don't go out.
Suffer a shocking loss, and you think it's never going to be the same again. And you're thinking, I'm not going to another game. I'm not going to pay it. The prices that go into the players' pockets and into management's wallets. I'm not going to do it. I'm sick of all of them. And then Ripken comes along.
This kid, Trey Yesevich, who's starting for the Blue Jays, he began the year at single A, Dunedin, Florida. He's pitched on 5 different levels over the last 6 months. And at 22 years old, he is the youngest starting pitcher in Blue Jays franchise history to start a postseason game. This is wild stuff to have him. And it really amazes me, too, because when I went to go look at the lineups and everything today, I was like, man, you just look at this lineup with the Blue Jays, and it's not that daunting. And now I understand Max Fried's left-hander, and you're going to have a little bit different lineup than you normally would. And the pitching staff doesn't blow you away, as the first pitch on the way is a four-seamer. High and out of the zone, it's 1-0. But yet they won the East, and they took game 1 against the Yankees. That's not nothing. The 1-0 down and in, 2-0. And I don't think this is one of the better Yankee teams of all time or anything like that, don't get me wrong, but they've got a very formidable offense and pretty darn good starting pitching. The 2-0 right there on the inner track to 1. 2-1 count. 2-0 your score. Volpe, Wells, and Grisham are all due up. 2-1. Fouls away 2-2. We'll have pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of a doubleheader tomorrow night. Get started 6 p.m. Phillies and Dodgers. We'll come on the air about 5:30 to get you ready. And then right after that, as soon as it ends, we jump over to Brewers-Cubs at 9 o'clock. The 2-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. 5th strikeout on the day. 1 away. I didn't even stop to look at his over-unders. I think they were very, very low. So I saw that Max Fried's was 4.5 on the strikeouts, and I know Yesevich was much lower than that out in the desert. He's already cleared that. I want to say it was 1.5 or 2.5. First pitch on the way is a splitter right there, down and away. It's 1. The 0-1. I had to do a radio call today on one of the stations out west, and that came up in conversations. And so I say what I always say. If I haven't watched you, I'm not going to give any kind of advice on whether a guy can hit a number or not. The 0-2 count. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Chase the splitter down away. He's got a 6-pack of strikeouts. Wow. Yesevich, wheeling and dealing. It's cool to see they're painting in the crowd to show his family. I bet they were just floored that he was getting the start. 95-mile-an-hour fastball, high and in to Trent Grisham. Out of the zone, starts off the at-bat as we flip the lineup back over. It's 1-0. Trent Grisham, 34 home runs on the year. Kirk sets up out wide, swing and a miss at the slider. It's 1-1. 1-1 count. Brings it. Swings, slices it foul, 1-2. One-two count. Yesevich, by the way, 42 pitches into the game. He's very economical considering 6 strikeouts. The 1-2. Trey looks in. Turns and delivers. Down below the knees, inside. 2-2. Infield is back and to the right. The 2-2. Kicks and fires in the dirt. Slider. Full count. Standing on deck is Aaron Judge. So you'd think Grisham will get something to hit here. Last thing Yesevich wants to do is put one on for a guy with 53 home runs standing on deck. The payoff pitch. Caught looking, strike 3, splitter. Locked him up. And he's got 7 punchies in 3 innings. Holy Toledo, what is going on north of the border?
Hey, so to the guys that go to the gym every day for no reason at all, why?
Dad, teacher said we could be anything we wanted to be.
She wasn't talking to you, son. Go in the backyard and practice digging some holes.
While we all know the Muffin Man from the world-famous nursery rhyme, many don't know that it is based on a harrowing true story. Between 1589 and 1598, a man known as Frederick Thomas Linwood resided on Drury Lane in Victorian London. During his daily deliveries, he would lure children away from their homes by tying none other than, you guessed it, a muffin to a string, making him one of the first documented serial killers in history. As a result of Linwood terrorizing the streets of London, the nursery rhyme we all know today was created as a way to keep kids safe and raise awareness, and now is a prominent nursery rhyme that many don't know the dark origins behind.
Armchair.
Damn it, are you eating my egg?
Well, yeah, I got hungry. We never got our fish and chips.
That was the only one in the nest.
Nest? What? Where'd you get this egg? And why are you going around stealing eggs from nests and trees?
Well, it wasn't in a tree, it was in a hole. Yeah, I mean, it's like a rat's egg or something.
As he approached the record, Ripken quietly waged a solitary campaign to refill half-empty ballparks, one fan at a time.
He truly acted like an adult after the strike and saw what he could bring to the game in 1995, even at an enormous cost to himself. Signing autographs for hours and hours. I remember one night when, we came back up from interviewing and finished our stories. It's midnight now, and you look out and there's still a line going all the way back up into the stands, and Cal is still signing autographs.
What's for dinner? Hey, chef, what's for dinner?
What y'all getting down on dinner tonight, y'all? It's almost dinner time around the land. We're doing some barbecue. We're making some barbecue sandwiches here after the game. Some potatoes. I think I'm going to roast them in the oven with some peppers and onions. Carrie's got steak and veggies. Carrie's big time in it. Steak and veggies. What kind of steak, Carrie? We're just about set to join the action here. One out here in the third inning. First pitch swinging by George Springer. The line drying out, L4 in your scorecard. One away. Springer, Schneider, and Vlad Jr. due up in this inning. Springer now 0 for 2. First pitch on the way is a curveball sweeper in the dirt. 1-0. Max Fried once again on his repertoire. True kitchen sinker, as I like to call him, is the 1-1 swing and a miss. Change up off the edge. He's got a cutter that he throws 27% of the time, a sinker 18, curveball 17, four-seamer 13, sweeper 11, changeup 11, and a slider 2% of the time. I mean, I don't think there's anyone in baseball who has that many pitches, that evenly split, and that dominant. Is the sinker right there at the knees? 1-2. It kind of makes sense when you think about it, his time in Atlanta, why he was always having issues with blisters, because he spins the ball in so many of those pitches. Is the 1-2. Dropped the curveball just outside. Nasty pitch, but missed the zone. 2-2. Two-two count. Brings it. Outside wide. Full count now. On deck is Vladdy. Yankees trail 2-0. We're in the bottom of the third. Max trying to keep it right where it's at. The roof is open and the wind is blowing out. The 3-2. Outside wide ball 4. And Schneider, who once again finds his way aboard with a 1-out walk. He's now 1 for 1 on the day with the walk. Same two teams back at it on Tuesday in New York. First pitch on the way. Swing, sliced it into center field. That's down for a base hit. Cutting it off is Grisham. He'll fire it in the infield, but the Blue Jays will make it first to third, and there's 1 out. Just kind of slice it over the head of Jazz Chisholm. Grisham cutting it off. Schneider with good speed goes corner to corner. And now Max is going to be looking to try to induce a double play with the catcher at the plate, Andrew Kirk. First pitch on the way to Kirk is a changeup, top of the zone. It's 0-1. Alejandro grounded into a double play in the first inning. He's going to be looking for more of the same here in the second, or the third, excuse me. The second at bat. The 0-1. Sinker off the edge. Evens up the count at 1-1. 1-1 count. Fried comes set. Kicks and fires. Another pitch off the edge. 2-1. Doesn't seem to have the same command that he normally has, and maybe it's because he went over 100 pitches on Tuesday night. Is the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Remember, Yankee fans were going ballistic because they felt like they pulled Max Fried out too early on all the radio shows. But this is what Aaron Boone had in mind. He knew he was going to have to go to him again if they were going to make any kind of run in the playoffs, and you can't wear his arm out on the first start of the postseason. The 2-2 from Max. Swing, chops it over to first base side. Ben Rice gets it, flips it to Max Fried. He's covering the bag. It'll be a 1-3 putout, but on the play, the run will score from third. Runner at first heads up to second, and the Blue Jays have a 3-0 lead. So 3-0, bottom of the third. Max Fried at 33 pitches. It's not the pitch count. He's given up a ton of base runners and, of course, 5 hits, but the big one was that home run. Varsho, the batter, lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way. Swing, chops it over to first. That's going to get down the line. That's going to get down where the green grass should be growing, except it's artificial turf here. And it's a 2-out RBI double. And Max Fried has given up 4 earned runs. We're just 2 outs into the third inning. That ball was smoked down the line. By the way, they did end up calling that error on Judge, but it was an earned run because he would have been at second base when the home run took place with nobody out. So that's the explanation there. They didn't originally put it up as an error, but I kind of figured that had to be an error. I mean, you can't let the ball dribble between your legs as New York Yankees pitching coach Travis Chapman goes out there for a quick talk. First pitch on the way is a sinker up top to Clement. Runner at second, 2 outs. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Lefty righty kicks and fires high and out of the zone. 98-mile-an-hour fastball, 1-1. 1-1 count. 4-0 your score. Still a long way to go in this one. The Yankees had the firepower to get back into it. The 1-1 pitch, swing, slices it foul. 1-2. Runner at second, the 1-2 pitch. Max Fried brings it. Swing, laces it in left field. That's down for a base hit. Bellinger held up. Now here comes the throw, and they're going to score. And the Toronto Blue Jays have a 5-0 lead. You know, Bellinger, who's a really good outfielder, you got to charge that ball. You've got to give yourself a chance to throw out the runner. Clement, if you remember, first time up hit the home run, he hammered that single into left field. Well, Varsho with good speed. Bellinger's got to charge that ball. First pitch on the way is a curveball. High and inside. It's 1-0. Looks like Fernando Cruz is warming up in the bullpen, the big right-hander for the New York Yankees. Remember, everybody's got a day off tomorrow here, so there's the 1-0. Swing, lifts it. Just got underneath that. It's going to be an F8 in your scorecard to end the inning. But not before the Blue Jays put 3 more on the board. It's 5-0. We go to the 4th. Yankees grab the bats.
explain to me how 2 + 2 and 2 × 2 equal 4? Like, they both, like, what's the point in multiplication if it just means the same thing? Like,
What do you call when you can't drink milk?
Lactose intolerant.
Lactose and what?
Lactose intolerant. That's when you can't drink milk and stuff. That's how you say it.
Hey, Braves country, I'm Mac McGee. Join us for Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, the classic call of Braves country baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. Jump into our pregame show, Braves Country Today, just before first pitch. Stick around for the postgame show, Braves Country Tonight, where we will open up the phone lines and react to your calls or your comments all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, pitch by pitch, play by play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball.
I just want to be clear. You're upset because we made friends with your cat?
You're unreasonable people. You're holding our cat. Go in your yard and say, go home. Don't come in our yard anymore.
She will not listen. She's a cat. She doesn't speak English. It's a cat, dude.
Really? Okay. All right. Well, we'll have the police department figure it out.
Absolutely. Great idea.
All right, you cat pervert.
I've done nothing to bring the cat. I've done nothing to bring the...
On September 6, 1995, 5 months after the strike had ended, the Orioles faced the California Angels in Baltimore. Tickets for this game had been sold out for months. After 4.5 innings of play, the game was official. Cal Ripken had played in 2,131 consecutive games.
For the moment you've been waiting for.
Welcome back. Five to nothing is your score. The Yankees got to try to climb back into this one. First pitch on the way. Yesevich to Aaron Judge is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Yesevich just 46 pitches into the game, so he's doing well on that front as the splitter down and in, 1-1. 1-1 count. Kicks and fires. 95 just misses outside, 1-1. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 2-2. The 2-2. Bounces a slider down and away. Full count. The Yankees can't figure out a way to come back to this one. This will be an elimination game on Tuesday. As the swing and a miss upstairs, strike three, chased a high one out of the zone, one away. Went with the high cheese, and if he takes that pitch, it's probably a touch out of the zone, but so close with two strikes, you can understand why Judge went after it. First pitch on the way to Cody Bellinger is a four-seam fastball off the plate. It's 0-1. Pitch on the way in the dirt. He called that a ball. Excuse me. It's now 2-0. 2-0 count. They don't have the box up on the screen like they normally do. I'm going off of the StatCast, and the StatCast had that as a strike as the 2-0 right there down the pipe, 2-1. Bellinger taking all the way. He's just trying to get aboard. Yankees trail 5-0. Top of the fourth inning. They're looking to get some spark, get some offense, and get back into this ball game. The 2-1 count. Yesevich brings it. Inside 95. 3-1. Standing on deck is Ben Rice. The 3-1 pitch. Swing! That ball's popped up. Right side, first base dugout. Over the dugout, out of play. Full count. Full count, payoff pitch, swing, chased another one, strike 3 in the dirt. Ball bounced a bit, but Bellinger, I don't think, realized it heading back to the dugout. 2 down. Don't think it would have mattered. So 2 down, 9 strikeouts for Yesevich. And that'll bring Ben Rice to the plate. Ben Rice takes the first pitch, 4-seam fastball in the dirt. It's 1-0. Drops the splitter right there. Evens up the count. 1-1. 1-1. Right there, 95 inside. 1-2. He's doing a good job of going up and down, in and out. Though he just has the 3 pitches, he's commanding them. He's really leaned on those two, the splitter and the fastball. The 4-seamer misses inside, evens up the count, 2-2. As accurate as he has been, that might have been just a brushback pitch to get Rice off the plate. The 2-2. Open stance from the left side. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Yee Savage just struck out the side. Here in the 4th inning, we'll go to the bottom of the 4th, and the Yankees will try to keep the Blue Jays where they're at. They have not gotten a hit today.
I may not be famous, and I may not be a beauty queen. That's it. That's all.
This is the career of Denton Young. People who witnessed his fastball destroy fences said it looked like a cyclone hit it, and that's how he got the nickname Cy. Because he threw so hard, one of his battery mates named Charles Zimmer used to put a beefsteak inside of his glove to protect his catching hand. He was a workhorse. On the last day of his rookie season, he pitched both games of a doubleheader, and not surprisingly, won both of them. They say he is one of the reasons they changed the distance from the mound to home plate in 1893. Around 1895, he developed a pitch called a slow ball to help reduce the stress on his arm. If you're wondering what a slow ball is, look no further than the changeup. In 1902, he joined the Boston Americans of the American League. How did he fare? Pretty good, considering he won almost 42% of his team's games in his first season with the team. Threw the first perfect game in American League history against the Philadelphia Athletics. He still holds the record for the most consecutive innings without allowing a hit. 25 1/3 innings, or 76 hitless batters. In 1911,
1939, quote, "Fans, for the past 2 weeks, you've been reading about the bad break I got. Yet today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth. I've been in ballparks for 17 years and have never received anything but kindness and encouragement from you fans." That was Lou Gehrig speaking to a sold-out crowd at Yankee Stadium. During Lou Gehrig's Appreciation Day at Yankee Stadium, the Iron Horses uniform number 4 will be the first ever to be retired. Initially to be moved to speak, the emotional man of the hour changes his mind when skipper Joe McCarthy encourages him, setting the stage for baseball's most iconic speech when he describes himself as the luckiest man on the face of the earth. And on this date in 1985, the New York Mets outlast the Atlanta Braves, finally winning the ballgame 16-13 in 19 innings after Rick Camp, a weak-hitting hurler with an .060 average and 83 strikeouts in 167 plate appearances, hits an improbable two-strike, two-out homer off Tom Gordon to tie the game in the bottom of the previous frame. Shortly after the game ends at 3:55 in the morning, approximately 1,000 fans remain at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium to see the pre-dawn fireworks, which awaken and frighten many of the ballpark's neighbors. Welcome back, 5-0 your score. Max Free goes back to work. First pitch on the way, 95 miles an hour right down the pipe. Lefty-lefty matchup. It's called for a first pitch strike to Jimenez. It's 0-1. 0-1. Outside wide, 1-0. He's gone four-seamer, then curve to start the at-bat. 1-1 pitch from Fried. Way outside wide, sinker. Did not go, 1-2. Pitch on the way from Fried. Swing, slaps it over on the left field side, foul. Out of reach of any of the defenders. That'll even up the count 2-2. Yankees are trying to even up the series 1-1. Trail 5-0, and they have yet to record a hit against the rookie Yesevich. The 2-2 pitch. Swing, chops it over to third, deep into the hole. Here comes the throw by McMahon, and he will not get him in time. Long way to go, as they had New York Yankees had the shift on there. A long way to throw it across the diamond by McMahon. Good effort, but just no way you're going to get him. So runner at first, nobody out to start here in the fourth. Not a hard hit ball, but they put him where they ain't. Here's the first pitch. Shows bunt. Did not go around. Miles Straw, the number 9 hitter. Ex-Cleveland Guardian. Takes it down and in. It's 1-0. 1-0. Sinker well off the plate. Ball 2-0. 2-0 count. Pitch on the way, swung on, bunted, just foul in between home and first. Wells on it, grabs it. Toronto Blue Jays 7-1 at home against the Yankees this year. And of course, if there is a Game 5, it would return right back here to Toronto, Canada. First 2 here in Toronto. The next 2, if necessary, are in the Bronx and New York. In Game 5, go to the Toronto Blue Jays at home as they are the American League East champions of 2025. The 2-1 from Fried. Showing bunt again, and this time Straw will take it down below the knees. Ball 3-1. So pitching around the number 9 hitter down 5-0 has got Max Fried well behind in this count. The 3-1. Four-seam fastball called for a strike. Full count. Just grabbed the outer edge. Full count. Outside wide, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. And the Blue Jays that's going to be it for Max Fried. Aaron Boone's coming out of the dugout, and Max Fried, very disappointing outing. He goes 3 innings, 5 earned runs, just 1 strikeout. We'll be back in a flash. 5-0 your score.
I'm only calling your phone 32 times, and that's it. Boy, I'm not about to chase you.
The 1906 Chicago Cubs, the 2001 Seattle Mariners, the 1998 New York Yankees are some of the greatest teams of all time. But what about the 1980 Denver Bears? That team won 92 games and finished 21.5 games ahead of the next closest team. They were an offensive juggernaut, averaging 6.36 runs per game. On top of that, they led the league in home runs, doubles, hits, and OPS. That's not all. They also were a menace on the base pass, finishing second in stolen bases with 143 and second in triples with 47. Man, they could fly. You may be asking yourself, what about their pitching? Their 3.87 ERA and 740 strikeouts were second in the league, and their 14 shutouts were tops in the league. They were hard to beat at home. At one point, they won 21 straight games at home. One of the stars of their team was a 20-year-old Tim Raines, who finished with a .354 batting average to go along with his 11 triples and 77 stolen bases. His teammates Tim Wallach and Randy Bass would also contribute, hitting a combined 73 home runs and driving in a combined 267 runs. 24 of the 29 players on that team would wind up playing in the major leagues. That group combined for 13 All-Star appearances, 3 Gold Gloves, and 3 Silver Sluggers. This team has got to go down as one of the best teams in minor league history.
Booby trap spelled backwards is party boob.
10 Japanese pitchers had already come to the United States, but no Japanese position player had ever appeared in the majors. Then, in 2000, the Japanese-owned Seattle Mariners decided to sign him anyway, hoping Ichiro would attract a large following among Asian Americans living in the Pacific Northwest.
What's up, Braves country? Looking forward to a great Atlanta Braves season. See y'all at the ballpark. Looking forward.
Welcome back. Max Fried, just awful outing as Fernando Cruz. I'm sorry, they went to Will Warren. I saw Cruz warm with the bullpen. They went to Will Warren. Will Warren fires the first pitch. Down and away. For a strike, it's 0-1. Warren was in the starting rotation as the 0-1. Down and in, 1-1. He should be able to eat some innings here for the Yankees. He's trying to keep it where it's at. It's 5-0 Toronto. The Blue Jays have runners on first and second, nobody out, and the Yankees have yet to record a hit. The 1-1. Outside wide, 2-0. 2-1 count. Tomorrow's Braves Country Radio will bring you Phillies versus the Dodgers at 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock tomorrow night, all times Eastern. Brewers and Cubs is the pitch. This is 3-1. Warren's coming out of the bullpen, and he hasn't been able to find the strike zone yet. The 3-1 outside, wide ball 4. And George Springer will head on down to first.
Get this bus moving. Stop. Come back.
And the bases are now loaded. Ducks all over the pond. And Davis Schneider, who's already 1 for 1 with the walk, is coming to the plate. First pitch on the way. 96-mile-an-hour four-seamer. Wide and outside the zone, it's 1-0. Singled to left his first time up. Walked his second time up in the third. And he has scored a run. The 1-0. 96 smacks the outer edge. 1-1 count. Warren brings it inside. 2-1. As you can imagine, trying to pace the games we do, only got one voice to bring it to you with. So tonight's game, we have a doubleheader tomorrow night. Tuesday, we haven't decided which game we're going to do. It's going to depend on the radio interest. This is the 1-2. Caught looking, strike 3, punched him out with the 97-mile-an-hour cheese on the corner. Went away. A lot of it will have to do how these games play out, today's game and tonight's game. What we're doing tonight, we're doing the Yankees game versus the Blue Jays today. We got the doubleheader in the National League tomorrow. We're doing one game on Tuesday and then a doubleheader on Wednesday. And the doubleheader on Wednesday, all 4 series in theory would be in action if no one has been eliminated. So that will make a big difference on who we go with. And then Thursday and Friday, in theory, could all be game 5s. And if they're all game 5s, we're going to try to bring them to the 1-0. Down and away. 2-0. 2-0 count. Brings it. Smacks the top of the zone with the sinker. 2-1. The 2-1 swing. That ball is belted high and deep into the atmosphere. A grand salami for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Holy Toledo, 9-0. A no-doubter. 415 happy feet later, and the Toronto Blue Jays have taken a 9-0 lead. Holy cow. Back to work goes Warren. First pitch on the way. There's a sweeper outside the zone. And Vlad comes out of the dugout with the home run jacket and gets a standing ovation from the crowd. His first grand slam, the first grand slam in Blue Jays postseason history. That is hard to believe. 1-0, outside wide. 2-0. Welcome to the country club, as was. The 2-0 pitch. Swing, fouls it back. 2-1. I cannot believe that is the first time. You know, for you younger folks out there might be listening to the radio or whatnot, Toronto Blue Jays have got a deep postseason history. The fact that is their first Grand Slam is hard to believe. Sinker misses top of the zone, 3-1. So Will Warren's coming out and he can't find the zone. The book is finally closed on Max Fried. 3 innings, 7 earned runs. Is the 3-1 top of the zone? Full count. 8 hits allowed by Fried, 2 walks and a strikeout. Will Warren has been charged with 2 of these runs that have been scored. Full count. Payoff pitch, swing, chops it through the hole. That's through for a base hit. And the hit parade continues. Kirk will make his way to first base. Still only 1 out. We're in the middle of the order. And Dalton Varsho. First pitch on the way. Misses the zone for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Kicks and fires, swing, fouls it back. 1-1. Can anybody confirm that that's the case on the, if you have an iPhone that supposedly now you can join the country club? They sent a message to me. We've already joined it because we want to use the emojis and everything. But they're saying as of October 1st is the 1-1 pitch, swing, chops and foul. 1-2. You could join the country club via any kind of Apple products. I said iPhone, but it could be any kind of Apple products. 1-2 count. I'm assuming it's true. Assuming it's the same place that it would be for an Android. The 1-2 just misses outside wide, 2-2. Warren trying to stop the bleeding here. We're in the 4th inning and they've already coughed up 9 runs. And if you're the Yankees, you don't want to just pack it in. As the 2-2 swing, that ball's belted high and deep. That ball's high. That ball's deep. That ball's gone. And it's 11-0. A 2-run shot. And Dalton Varsho, 407 feet into the top deck. Ernie Clement, first pitch swinging, pops it up. Fly ball out to Bellinger, F7 in your scorebook. 2 down. Armchair Quarterback today comes your way tomorrow. We'll lead off with baseball talk and then go over the weekend that was in the football world. 9 a.m. Eastern right here on Armchair Quarterback, on Braves Country Radio. IKF takes the first pitch outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Right there for a strike. 1-1. 1-1. Chops it over towards second. Jazz has it, fires it to first, and Isaiah Kiner-Falefa will finally end the inning that was the Toronto Blue Jays 11, Yankees nothing. They put 6 on the board. We'll be back in a flash, whether Max Fried likes it or not.
I'm going to say no one's better than me, but I just, him playing in his 7th Super Bowl.
The most prolific and pure passing quarterback that this generation has ever. Dan Marino, and it's always been Dan Marino.
But Marino, if you look at the stats, dude, his first season, 48 touchdowns in that era.
Back in,
dude,
what,
best
70s?
best quarterback
80s?
season in history. I don't care what anyone says,
That's
dude.
crazy.
Like, every single time that I've been putting up and breaking these records, it's like Dan Marino had 170 touchdowns in 3 years. I'm like, what? I thought they ran the ball back then.
It's hard to pick one, but I just think one of the guys I've seen play the best in that position that didn't get his due was Dan. I mean, you put Danny in here today with some of the size of these receivers and his ability to get the ball out of his hand and how accurate he was.
Not going to see quarterbacks like Dan Marino ever again.
Armchair.
Hey, does anybody else have to defrost when they first wake up before they start talking to people because they'd be mad as hell for no apparent reason for the first few minutes? Or is it just me?
In an era filled with home runs, Ichiro was a revelation, slapping the ball in every direction, beating out infield hits, flying around the bases.
Because this was in the midst of a bludgeon ball era in baseball, and here's this wiry little guy spraying base hits everywhere, beating out infield choppers, playing this sort of cerebral game. Was so different from the prevailing culture of the sport that I think it made it even more appealing.
Japanese newspapers and television stations dispatched hundreds of reporters to send back news of his every move to a nation eager for any information about their hero. Ichiro, his prime minister declared, makes me proud to be Japanese.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. You're just joining us, 11-0 your score. That's when we put the stop. He's already dead up there. Holy cow! Yankees got a long way to get back in this one. Now, if they were to come back, this would be historic, obviously. And they do have 5 more at-bats. But they've yet to record a hit. Youngster Yesevich has a no-hitter going. First pitch on the way. It's a 4-seam fastball. Down and away, it's 1-0. I can't expect this kid to go deep enough to throw a no-hitter, but you never know. The 1-0. 93. He has pitched around Judge and Stanton. He's gotten his couple of strikeouts on him all game long. 2-0, righty-righty matchup. Stanton. And then Chisholm to follow. Pitch on the way, dribbled over towards third. 5-3 putout. Stanton gets tagged on the chest by Guerrero as the throw was up the line. Stanton had any kind of speed, that would have been a really close play. Probably would have knocked the ball out of his hand running by. But Stanton, who's never had a ton of speed, he is basically Frankenstein at this point in his career. He can still knock the hell out of the ball, but he can't run very well. First pitch on the way to Jazz Chisholm. Right there for a strike, it's 0-1. As opposed to a designated hitter, I bet they want a designated runner, much like Braves fans for Ozuna. The 0-1, chops it over to first. That's going to be off the glove of Vlad into the outfield. We'll see how they score that. Because it's the first hit, my guess would be it's going to be an error, and then if there's another hit that follows, it could get changed. That's normally how they do that, and they did rule it an error because the hometown scorekeeper does not want to be in charge of giving someone one hit, and then you go the rest of the game As the first pitch on the way, swung on and sliced foul by McMahon. So 1. If it makes sense, if you're the scorekeeper, there's a no-hitter going into the 5th inning, you do not want to be the one that puts a hit on the board when it was a questionable play. I'd say typically that's going to be a base hit because it was scalded off the glove of Vlad, but you usually have to earn that first hit. The 0-1 right there at the knees, 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Yesevich brings it, drops the splitter off the plate, 1-2. Good pitch. His splitter, once again, I know I've mentioned it before, but it really comes off like a drop change. It is filthy. The 1-2 swing, fouls it away. Drop change, you typically have that splitter carry your fingers just like a splitter, but it's the difference of the motion that makes it even slower. They're really hard to throw, but he's throwing it today. The 1-2, pops it up, high in the sky, foul territory, third base side coming over, making the second out of the inning. The catch is Clement, F5 in your scorecard, and away. 2 away, excuse me. 2 down. Runner at first. First pitch on the way, swing and a miss. At the slider, it's over 1. The 0-1. Outside wide, 1-0. Pitch there on the inner edge. You got a 1-2 count on Volpe. Runner at first. 2 outs. Yesevich still without an official base hit. He does have 10 strikeouts on the day. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Yak him. Sit him down, Joe. My fingers is so. We'll be back in a flash. A no-no north of the border in October.
The hardest battles to his strongest soldiers.
When did I sign up for the war? When did I enlist?
Facebook just killed me. Dear Santa, I am writing this on the day after Xmas and I am very sad. I only received one of the 2 presents I asked for. Since you ate my cookies, I will assume that my missing gift was a mistake. I will give you 1 week to fix this, Jeremy. Dear Jeremy, I am sorry you are disappointed with your presents. You asked for 2 very expensive presents, and Santa can only do so much. You need to learn to be grateful for what you have, not upset about what you don't. If you continue to complain, I will have no choice but to add you to the naughty list next year, Santa. Dear Fatty, your threats don't scare me. I played your game and you did not deliver. This is not okay. I will give you 1 week and then you will pay. Jeremy. P.S. I don't know why you care that it's expensive when you have elf slaves to make things for you. I think you are naughty for having slaves. Period, Jeremy.
Ichiro finished his first season, leading the American League in at-bats, hits, batting average, and stolen bases, won a Gold Glove Award, and was voted Rookie of the Year and MVP. It would be his first of 9 consecutive 200-hit seasons, breaking a record set by Wee Willie Keeler a century earlier in 1901. Other big league clubs were now eager to sign the next Ichiro.
That's a great thing about globalization, that people can take this thing that you played with and invented, and maybe to some degree spoiled with whatever's going on here, and it can go to an entirely different place and be recreated and regrown as if it's a hybrid flower of some kind, and come back and show you the game maybe in a different way, and maybe in a way it used to be that you hadn't thought of in a long time.
Welcome back. We just put a poll up because we want to know if there's interest of people who are going to tune over there with that. If it's just going to be a few people, then it's really not worth it. But we're going to put up the thought is we put up a 3D stream as the first pitch on the way to start the inning. Is swung on, hammered over to second base. Jazz Chisholm backhands it, fires it to first. Airborne, good throw, good play, one out for tonight's game of the Tigers Mariners. I won't be able to do the play-by-play, but we can set it up over there on the armchair QB to be able to, as the first pitch on the way to start the at-bat to Miles Straw. Misses out of the zone spawner. So basically, you'd be able to watch the 3D and you'd be able to chat along with everybody, but there's just no play-by-play. 1-0. Swing, chops it foul. 1-1. So 1-1 count. So we'll see what the numbers tell us as the 1-1 misses inside 2-1. The 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Miles Straw, the number 9 hitter. Blue Jays lead this one 11-0 if you're just joining us. 2 in the second, 3 in the third, and 6 in the fourth, including a grand slam by Vladimir Guerrero Jr. The 2-2 swing and a miss. Strike 3, four-seam fastball, 2 away. And while that's going on, we're 5 innings into this, and the youngster Trey Yesevich, not only does he have 11 strikeouts versus 1 walk, he has a no-hitter going. First pitch to Springer, swung on. That ball's hit high and deep, and she is gone over the wall, just over the railing, and George Springer puts a mighty smack over the track. His first home run this postseason, and it's 12-0 Toronto. So 12-0, 403 feet over the wall. Just got over that wall where the railing is, but it was enough to put another one on the board as the 0-1 pitch from Warren to Schneider is outside wide. It's 1-1. One count. Swing, chops it foul, 1-2. Swing, pops it up. Over to first base side, foul territory, giving chases Ben Rice. It'll hit just over the dugout. We'll do it again. One-two count. 12-0 your score. Pitch on the way, outside wide. 2-2. The 2-2. Sinker misses. Ball 3, 3-2. Full count. Brings it. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. But not before the Blue Jays put another one on the board. We'll be back in a flash. 12-0 and a no-no going on for the Blue Jays.
What do you want? Hamburger? French fries? Fart. Ruby!
Dear Jeremy, you are being a very bad little boy because you cannot be happy with what you have. I have talked to your parents and told them to take away your Wii U. Wow. Now you have nothing. Once you learn to be grateful, perhaps you can have it back. I am very disappointed in you, Jeremy. You will need to be an extra good boy this year if you want to make it back on the nice list. Dear Santa, I do not like that stunt you pulled in my pants. You are on my naughty list. Now be afraid. Enjoy your cookies next year. Jeremy was not playing.
I have still 2 gloves that I've carded across all the years, and I have them for a purpose. One selfish, one familial. The selfish reason is I love them. I love them because they remind me of what I was when I was a kid, and they allow me to still be a kid when I hold the gloves. I can still see my parents, I can still see the apartment we lived in, all of those things. The familial reason is that my kids, like a lot of kids today, have an excess of things, material things. But my boys who played baseball, when they were 12, 13, or 14, they would occasionally come to me and say, Dad, I can't find my stuff. I can't find my catcher's equipment. You know where my bats went? And I'd go get one of the gloves and I'd say, hold it up, and I'd say, I've had this since 1954. I know where this is. Go find your stuff and don't lose it.
Welcome back. Twelve to nothing your score. We got a no-hitter going on here. From the rookie, of the Toronto Blue Jays, Trey Yesevich. We've already seen that he's got several signs in the outfield. A pretty cool nickname, Ye Savage. Is the first pitch on the way is a swing and a miss to start the inning. Yankees with the bats trying to get their first base hit. It's 0-1. If you don't think that's going to matter to them, players do not like being no-hit, and they darn sure don't like to be no-hit in the postseason. The 0-1 swung on, pops it up. High over F6. Shallow center field. shallow left center field. One away, F6 in your scorecard. It's 78 pitches. So normally you're talking about maybe being able to get into the 7th. But if he's got a decently low number, oh, they're going to pull him now? Wow. Wow. So that'll be it. Manager John Schneider's coming out there and getting the ball. That's gotta suck if you're Savage. We'll be back in a flash. Still a combined no-no is on the table. We'll be back here in the 6th inning in Toronto.
Call a business owned by a broad and ask to speak to the man in charge. Be a man.
There was 1,000 Brits and 1,000 Americans. Who do you think would win in a fight?
I can't believe I'm about to say this as a Brit, but I've got to be honest. The question there was who would win in a fight between America and the UK. Yeah, the UK doesn't stand a chance. I'm a Brit in America. I have been around Americans. I've spent many months in America, right? What are we going to do with our little butter knives? Nothing. The Americans would simply look at the Brits and say, let's go. Yeah, the Brits would turn up with their marmalade sandwiches, Paddington Bear, and their butter knives. What are the Brits going to do? This fight has already happened between the Brits and America. Yeah. And they won with farmers and pitchforks. What makes you think us Brits, yeah, tally-ho, are going to turn up and win? I'm sorry, it hurts me to say it as a Brit, but I've been around Americans. I understand how Americans are, yeah? It ain't happening. It's game over for the Brits, mate. It's done. See you later, King Charles. See you later, pal.
It crashed into the top of the tower.
I woke up the morning of September 11th. I had an appearance in Manhattan, waiting for a car service to pick me up. My phone rings. It's the car service saying, you still going? I said, yeah, why? I hadn't turned the TV on. He said, well, a plane flew into the World Trade Center. Well, I turned on the TV, and then the second plane hit the World Trade Center.
The tragedy was too great to comprehend. The country was in shock. No one knew what was going to happen next. Planes were grounded. Schools and businesses were closed. The financial markets shut down. Major League Baseball canceled all games indefinitely.
So here we go. They've taken the kid out of the game, lefty-lefty matchup. Brule fires a pitch to Trent Grisham. It's 0-1. They can still get the combined no-hitter. The 0-1 right there for a strike. 0-2. Oh, 2 count. Trent Grisham. Like everybody else, no hits on the day. The 0-2 pitch. Swing, chops it over towards first, backhanded by Vlad. He fires the pitch on the run. Good play by Brule, as he had to backhand a pretty hard throw covering first. 2 down. Not an easy play for Vlad, so it wasn't a great throw, but at the same token, he was going against the grain. So a good job to get the out. 2 down. First pitch on the way is a pitch right there at the knees. It's 0-1. The 0-1. They called that a ball? Wow. Pitch on the way, swing, hammers down the line. 1-1. That pitch, so you can't see it if you're following along at home on the Fox stream, because they don't put the box there. It's a very light shaded box. It's a bad job by their production team, but it's the 1-1 down below the knees, 2-1. I can see it plain as day on our track cast that I have. And that first pitch, 100% of the ball hit the bottom of the strike zone. It wasn't even close. The 2-1 count misses. No, that'll be called for a high strike, 2-2. It's making it more difficult because they're interviewing the kids' parents, and we all know that Ken Rosenthal likes to be on TV, so they keep showing him and not the game. The 2-2 swing hit deep into the hole. Here comes the throw, and Aaron Judge is going to beat it out for the first hit of the game, an infield single. I guarantee every Blue Jay fan is thinking the same thing that I am. Ken Rosenthal jinxed it. You can't go over there and interview someone and pat them on the back during a no-hitter. There have got to be rules in this land, and that's one of them. Cody Bellinger takes the first pitch at the knees. For a strike, it's 0-1. Lefty-lefty matchup. Aaron Judge heads up to first base. Defensive indifference. But into scoring position, the 0-1. Right there at the knees, 0-2. The 0-2. Swing! That ball's hammered down the right field line. If it's fair, it's gone. She is gone! And the Yankees are on the board. A hanger, a banger. Somewhere over the rainbow, that ball will land. And the Yankees are on the board. 12-2. Cement mixer right in his wheelhouse. First pitch swinging, that ball's going to dump into right field. Ben Rice is on with kind of a blooper. A single, a seeing eye single, and the hit parade continues here in the 6th inning. Schneider's come out, and he has seen enough, and that'll be it. So 12-2 your score. Schneider's going to go get the ball. We'll be back in a flash. As the Yankees and Blue Jays 12-2, but you never know, it's October. On this date in 1892 at Washington, D.C.'s Boundary Field, Benjamin Harrison becomes the first U.S. president to attend a Major League Baseball game. The commander-in-chief watches Cincinnati defeat the Senators, the last-place team in the National League, 7-4 in 11 innings. On this date in 1925 at Washington's Griffith Stadium, future Hall of Famer Eddie Collins hits a double to become the 6th major leaguer to collect 3,000 hits. The 38-year-old White Sox infielder gets the historic two-bagger off Washington's Walter Johnson, also a future inductee to Cooperstown. And on this date, 1944, Major League Baseball cancels today's scheduled 8-game slate due to the Allied invasion of Normandy, known as D-Day. The military operation had 60,000 Allied troops, including 6 minor leaguers who will be killed in action, landing on a heavily protected 50-mile stretch of the coastline in France to fight Germany to begin an offensive assault against Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party. And that's your Braves Country Radio on this date in baseball history. Find us on YouTube and Facebook today. Welcome back. As was, you're talking about Dale Murphy. I had the pleasure of meeting him in Atlanta when we went to go to the All-Star game this year. I'm glad I did. We didn't even plan it. We just happened to walk by his restaurant. I didn't know they were shutting the restaurant down. They shut the restaurant down right after the All-Star game. First pitch on the way is a curveball in the dirt. That's 1-0. I won't say he was the reason why I was a Braves fan, but because I was a Braves fan, he was my favorite player growing up. 1-0, swing and a miss. And I think a lot of people became Braves fans because you can catch the Braves anywhere on the old TBS. But it's since changed hands 100 times. The 1-1 misses high, 2-1. 2-1 count. (12-2) your score. The Yankees just got on the board this inning. The 2-1 misses high, 3-1. If you're just joining us, we stepped away for a second. Bellinger hit a 2-run home run after Judge beat out an infield single to break up the no-no. The 3-1 swing. That ball's hammered down the left field line. That's going to get down where the green grass should be growing. Up against the wall. Rice will slam on the brakes, and it is a 2-out double by Giancarlo Stanton. Hard hit down the line. And Jazz Chisholm will be the batter. He knocks one out of the park. They can almost cut this lead in half in this inning.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Righty-lefty matchup. Fisher fires a 97-mile-an-hour fastball high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Right down there for a strike. It's 1-1. 1-1 count. You know what I've been trying to find, John, that I can't find is the 1-1. Fouls the back 1 and 2. I really like watching the New York Football Giants. I've always kind of pulled for them. It's a long story why it's basically to be I was doing it to be a pain in the you-know-what to family members who were Jets fans at the time. So we would go up to New York every summer as the 1-2, chops it foul, we'll do it again. They were all Jets fans, and they used to give me a hard time about every football and baseball team. So I was like, well, who do y'all hate? Because we were out on Long Island. And they're like, we can't stand the Giants. I'm like, well, go Giants! It's like, got sick and tired of it. But I really like the Giants' old logo, and I can't find a good-looking hat with the old logo. And I'm talking about the one that just said Giants across the helmet. I'm not talking about what they called the old logo that to me isn't. Because the one with the NY, I know it's supposed to be a throwback to the Gifford days, but to me, is the 1-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll end the inning. To me, that was always just looked too much like they were trying to look like the Yankees and not their own team. We'll be back in a flash. It's 12-2. We go to the 6th here in Canada.
Oh, God. Just keep your mouth shut. You're just making it worse.
I'm just feeling really down these days, and I don't know why. Have you exercised today? No. Did you go outside? No. Did you talk to anyone? No. Did you eat well? No. Did you limit your scrolling time? No. Did you make any plans? No. Did you drink enough water? No. Did you get enough sleep? No. Wait, yes. Yes to that one. Yeah, no, it's what a mystery.
Over the next few days, the nation slowly began to regroup. Thousands made their way to New York to help search the rubble for survivors. Only a handful were found. They're still trying to find people, Derek Jeter, a resident of Manhattan, said. I really don't think it's the right time to play baseball. On Friday, September 14th, Commissioner Bud Selig announced that baseball would begin again the following Monday.
Following Monday, when they opened Wall Street, the streets were ringed with men with machine guns. There was still smoke pouring out of the pyre of the World Trade Center. A cop recognizes me. He says, "How are you?" I said, I'm all right. I'm all right. "How are you?" He says, "I'm worried." I said, "Yeah, I'm worried too." He said, "I'm worried about the Mets." And I sort of snapped out of it. I said, "You're worried about the Mets?" He said, "Yeah, well, I mean, the season resumes tonight, and I'm really worried. You're in Pittsburgh. I mean, do you think they've got enough to get back in the pennant race? I mean, they were doing so well, and can they catch the Braves?" I said, "How on earth could that possibly matter? We're standing, I mean, the smoke coming up from behind us." And what? He says, "Well," he says, "it doesn't matter. Of course it doesn't matter. I got 300 friends dead. It doesn't matter." He says, "But tonight, 7 o'clock, and all day the rest of today, I can look forward to 7 o'clock where I can put my feet up and pretend it does matter."
Please like and subscribe today, youtube.com/@BravesCountry. Welcome back. If you're wondering where these teams rank in payroll, Yankees and the Blue Jays are top 7. Toronto, 255 this year. Yankees at 300 million. Phillies, Mets, and Dodgers have all spent more. Now, some of that Mets money is dead money. They were paying guys that aren't on the team anymore. They're going to clear some money this offseason, but gives you an idea. The Cubs are 5 and San Diego is 6. First pitch on the way is up top for a strike. It's on 1. And Braves fans can laugh at the fact that top 7 teams in baseball, only the Mets didn't make the postseason. The 0-1 count. Down below the knees, inside 1-1. Houston was number 8, and they did not make the postseason. Nor did San Francisco and Atlanta. That rounds out your top 10. They won 1 outside wide. 2-1 count. The team with the lowest payroll that made the postseason, the Cleveland Guardians. They were 26th. The 2-1 pitch. Swing, chops a foul, do it again. They were barely over the 100 mark. Cincinnati was 19th. 119 million. And Milwaukee 121 at number 17. They're getting the most bang for their buck considering their record. The 2-2 pops it up high into right center field, coming over, drifting, making the catch. Trent Grisham. F8 in your scorecard. Detroit and Seattle were 14 and 12 respectively. Boston number 11. First pitch on the way to start the at-bat. Alejandro Kirk is swung on. Four-seam fastball. Fouled back. It's 0-1. Swing, lifts it. High into center field. Drifting back, making the catch. F8 in your scorecard. 2 down. Anybody else wants to vote on that, if you're wanting to watch the 3D tonight over on Armchair QB Radio, we're going to close that poll down here in a second. Once again, it's in the description, but it's 3D only. But you'll be able to follow along in the game. Varsho 3 for 3. Pitch swung on and fouled away. It's all one. The 0-1. We're definitely going to do it on Tuesday for whatever game we don't do. We just didn't know with the football game on, plus it being Sunday night, if people were going to follow along with that or not, or if they're going to do family stuff. A lot of people go to bed early on Sundays. 1-1 count. Pitch swung on, pops it up. Out of play, 1-2. Warren at 52 pitches. In a perfect world for the Yankees, he just finishes out the rest of this game for them. If the Yankees can claw their way back in, they'd go to the bullpen, but if not, they're going to want to get 52 pitches. He's not pitching the rest of the series anyway, so you might as well try to get as much as you can. The 1-2, scoops it up, flips it over the wall, and that'll be a solo shot for Dalton Varsho. How about that? He is clubbing it. His second home run today, and it's 13-2. Toronto. 346 feet over the wall. Little off-speed pitch that went down and in, and Varsho just kind of scooped it like a golf swing. Got it on the sweet part of the bat and slapped it over the wall, and he goes pay dirt. Fifth multi-home run game in Blue Jays postseason history. Second in this series. Kirk doing the same. As the sweeper on the 0-1 is fouled back out of play. It's 0-2. The 0-2 count. I don't know if Fox is the one that's going to be in charge of the ALCS, but you know their worst nightmare is the 0-2 swung on, slaps it into right field, down for a base hit, and it's a 2-out single to keep the inning going. Their worst nightmare is for Seattle and Toronto to face off in the ALCS. They were hoping for Yankees versus anybody, because I don't think they get the viewership. I don't think they get any of the viewership from Canadian views, so they'd literally be leaning on whoever would watch in the United States, and that's going to be some slim pickings when the only team, you only have one team and it's out on the West Coast. The 0-1 righty-righty matchup. You think about the fact that 75% of the population in the United States is east of the Mississippi. As the 0-1's fouled back, it's 0-2. Oh, 0-2 count. 13-2. What is it about this round? We've done 2 games and they've both been just tub thumpers. The 0-2 down and in, 1-2. Did the Chicago game yesterday, Chicago-Milwaukee. Milwaukee jumped all over the Yankees. Excuse me, the Cubs. Hell, they might have jumped over the Yankees too. But and now the Yankees are down 13-2. Hope we get a couple of good games tomorrow in the doubleheader. We're doing 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Cubs-Brewers at 9, Phillies-Dodgers at 6. Still can't believe that the Phillies blew that 3-0 lead with Christopher Sanchez on the mound. That's a tough loss if you're a Philly fan. 1-2, fouls it back, we'll do it again. brings it down and away, 2-2. Same two teams back at it on Tuesday. We'll either be bringing that one to you or the Detroit game, but either way, we're going to bring the other one on Armchair with the 3D. The pitch on the way. Caught looking strike three. Punched him out there on the outer track, and that'll end the inning. But not before the Blue Jays go yard once again. Good night, Irene. It's 13-2. We go to the 7th.
Hey, I know y'all do stuff different in Africa, but this ain't gonna fly in my American church. A South African pastor who claims to heal people by farting in their face claims he farts the Holy Spirit. Ain't no way. First of all, if you fart the Holy Spirit, I fart cash register sounds. Can't believe y'all letting that man sit down on y'all face. Y'all ain't scared of mist? Yeah, it goes through cotton. You can't even really see it. It's like a spooky dookie. Our people don't think. Not every day is gonna be a fart. But I can't see how y'all let them sit on y'all face after 2 or 3 sermons. You know you sweat on the pulpit. Now you smell like Holy Ghost nuts.
Hey Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It's free and it helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
You're out of luck because that's like all I got, dude. I'm like 95% cringe, and then it stops because I didn't have enough to get 100%. So it's just cringe, and that's on. Embrace the cringe!
The New York Yankees' first game was in Chicago.
The remarkable part was we go out there and in the stands you see We Love New York, and we're in Chicago, and you know that, you know, in Boston they were playing New York, New York. That type of stuff just gave you goosebumps when you realized that it was just a country coming together. And our baseball was there to distract the people from, you know, thinking about the horrors that just went on.
Welcome back. Yankees trailed the Toronto Blue Jays. We're heading to the top of the 7th inning. It's 13-2. Game 3 will be back in New York in the Bronx, and the Yankees will be facing an elimination game unless there's a heck of a comeback here today. Game 3 of that series is set to be Rodon versus Shane Bieber. First pitch on the way is a strike. Lauer. Ryan McMahon, it's 0-1. Lefty matchup. The 0-1. Right there on the outer edge. 1-1 count. Swing! That ball's hammered into right field, through for a base hit. And it's a leadoff single for the Yankees. You're wondering what they would be rooting for. They'd be rooting for Detroit versus New York, because those are two very big cities. Not to mention the fact you've got much more of a longer history with the Detroit Tiger fan base than you do the Mariners. I'm looking forward to seeing either one of those teams in the next round as the 0-1 down and in. 1-1, because it's new blood, and there's guys you can pull for on each side. Kyle Raleigh's one of my favorite players nowadays, but is the 1-1 fouled straight back 1-2. That pitching staff of Seattle is really fun to watch. Once I saw that video, Will Vest has grown on me. The closer for Detroit, they used him quite a bit. Both teams emptied out their pens last night. It'll be interesting to see where they go tonight and who's effective. The 1-2, swing, swats it foul down the line. We'll do it again. The 1-2, caught looking strike 3, punched out slider, looked like it was a touch below the knees. He got the call, one away. Definitely one of those ones that's probably a little too close to take, especially in the postseason when you're trying to mount a rally. One on, one out, lefty-righty matchup. Paul Goldschmidt in to pinch hit. He'll take over for Wells. It's 0-1. Paul Goldschmidt, 10 home runs on the year, a .274 batter. The 0-1. Inside 1-1 count. Pitch on the way. Cutter. Misses 2-1. The 2-1. Lauer looks in, kicks and delivers. Swing! That ball slapped into right field. That's through for a base hit. They'll go station to station, trailing by a touchdown, a field goal, and a 2-point conversion. No sense of getting thrown out at third, trailing them by 11. Trent Grisham coming to the plate, the leadoff hitter for the New York Yankees. First pitch on the way is a slider up top. Just misses out of the zone. It's 1-0. Swing, fouls it back. The 1-1 pitch, swing, fouls it back. 1-2. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Standing on deck is Aaron Judge. I don't know if they would let him face Aaron Judge if the bases get loaded. Here is the 1-2. Swing. That ball's hammered into right field. That's through for a base hit. Here comes the throw, up and quick towards home plate. They'll slam on the brakes. Once again going station to station, trailing by a repeat. But the bases are now loaded for Aaron Judge. All rise. Toronto sitting in the catbird seat. But nonetheless, one swing could cut this lead. It'd still be 7, but it would take a big dent into the scoreboard. We'll be back in a flash. Another pitching change here in the ALDS game number 2 north of the border. On this date, 1912, in a game that matches up superstars Boston hurler Smokey Joe Wood and Walter Johnson. Smokey bests the big train 1-0 for his 30th and 14th consecutive victory in a season where he wins 34. The Red Sox only run results from back-to-back doubles from Trish Speaker and Duffy Lewis. The first 2-bagger by the Gray Eagle should have been an easy flyout, but the ball lands into an area cordoned off by rope to a section off the overflow of the Fenway crowd. On this date in 1924, St. Louis Browns right-hander Urban Shocker throws 2 complete games, beating the Chicago White Sox 6-2 in both Comiskey Park contests. The 1922 Major League strikeout leader faces 77 batters in the twin bill, but fans only want getting Chicago's first baseman Earl Sheely in the opener. And on this date in 1976, while waiting in the on-deck circle, Steve Yeager is seriously injured when jagged pieces of Bill Russell's broken bat strikes him in the throat. The 27-year-old backstops near-fatal accident, which he amazingly recovers from to rejoin the team in 3 weeks, leads to the development of a protective device for catchers and umpires, sometimes referred to as the Billy Goat strap, which is a flap attached to the bottom of the protective face mask to prevent a similar injury. Welcome back. For you football fans, we'll run down the scoreboard real quick while we're waiting for everything to come back. Texas beat the Ravens. Broncos beat the Eagles. Cowboys over the Jets. Saints beat the Giants. Colts pound the Raiders. Vikings beat the Browns overseas. First pitch on the way to Aaron Judge. Swung on, fouled back. It's on 1. Panthers also upset the Dolphins. Miami drops to 1-4. The 0-1 count. Nance, the right-hander, inside. Curveball misses. 1-1. One count. Brings it. Swing, lifts it into center field. That ball is going to drop for a base hit. And the runners had to hold up. It could be close. It will not be in time, but the throw down to third base, they had to hold up because it looked like the ball could be caught out there in center field by Varsho. The bounce is in front of them, and the Yankees put another one on the board. It's 13-3. Cody Bellinger, the batter. First pitch on the way is a curveball outside the zone. It's 1-0. 1-0. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Down and in. Bases loaded. Nance steps off the mound. Ducks all over the pond. The 1-1 swing. Slices that towards left field. Making the sliding catch out there in left. is Schneider. He'll fire it into the infield, and the Yankees do put one on the board, but that was a big, big out. Wow, what a good play. I'm sorry, that was Miles Straw out there. I think I said Schneider, had that backwards. Miles Straw has been moved over to left field. Lukes is in right. The first pitch on the way is outside wide. Curveball misses. Schneider taken out of the game, most likely just for defensive purposes. When you got a big lead, you want to keep the guys, the best defenders out there. Is the curveball right there for a strike? You're looking at it, if you're John Schneider, you're going, dude, if you can't hold what was in an 11-run lead, and we got big problems anyways. The 1-1, outside wide, 2-1. 2-1 count, top of the seventh inning stretch is on the way. The 2-1. Swing! That ball's lifted high and deep into right field, going over, off the wall, barehanded out there. And here comes the throw into second base. It's going to be a double. Holy cow, Luke barehanded the ball off the wall and almost threw out Rice at second. And it's now 13-5, Toronto. Good slide out there by Ben Rice. And first pitch on the way to Stanton. Doubled in the sixth inning. Takes it outside wide. It's 1-0. 1-0. Down and away. Ball 2-0. 2-0 count. Righty-righty matchup. The pitch. Swing! That ball's fouled back. 2-1. The 2-1 count. Swing fouls that away. 2 on, 2 out, a 2-2 count. Deuces wild here in the top of the seventh. 13-5 Toronto, but the Yankees are getting just a little bit closer. Here's the pitch. Swing, that ball is hammered into left field. That's down for a base hit. That should score 2, and it is 13-7 New York. Coming back, trailing now just by 6 runs. And don't go anywhere. We might have an all-time collapse on our hands. Giancarlo Stanton continues to rake in the postseason. And Nance, he gone. We'll be back in a flash. Schneider, if nothing else, the manager for the Blue Jays, he's getting some really good cardio today. He's been back and forth from that mound with a 13-7 lead. It ain't over yet, baby. On this date in 1941, the New York Yankees unveil a center field monument dedicated to Lou Gehrig. The memorial, similar to the honor bestowed on the team's late skipper Miller Huggins in 1932. It is a tribute by his teammates to their beloved captain, who died of ALS last month. On this date in 1970 at Atlanta Stadium, Braves second baseman Felix Millen goes 6 for 6, becoming the first player in franchise history to collect 6 hits in one game. The 26-year-old infielder, called the Cat by his teammates, contributed to the team's 12-4 victory over the San Francisco Giants with 4 singles, a double, and a triple. And on this date in 1986, at Atlanta's Fulton County Stadium, first baseman Bob Warner becomes the 11th major leaguer to hit 4 home runs in one game. However, 3 of the 4 homers are solo shots, allowing the Montreal Expos to beat the Braves 11-8. And that's your Braves Country Radio on this date in baseball history. Find us on YouTube and Facebook today. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you're probably looking at the scoreboard going, oh man, it's a blowout. This game was 13-2 until the top of the 7th inning, which we are still in, where the New York Yankees have put 5 on the board. Yankees did not get on the board until the 6th inning. They were trailing 12-0. A 2-run home run by Bellinger. Now remember, they had a no-hitter going, and Schneider, the manager, took the pitcher out of the game he took Yesevich out at 78 pitches. So if they collapse and they don't win this game, he's going to get a lot of questions about that. Fluharty is on to face Jazz Chisholm, lefty-lefty matchup, and kind of a going through the motions type of swing by Jazz Chisholm. Swing and a miss. It's a 1. The 0-1. Good to see you, Joyce. Swing, chops it over to first, and that will end the inning. Guerrero gets on the pillow, G3 in your scorecard, but not before the New York Yankees put 5 on the board. They're within a touchdown. Who had that coming?
Smoking meth and posting Bible quotes on Facebook does not make you a Methodist.
When I committed to Florida State, the things that happened to me and my family was unbelievable. Living in the state of Alabama, 35 minutes from Tuscaloosa. I mean, my mailbox getting beat down. Thank the Lord, Home Depot had these mailboxes you could stick in the ground. I still don't have grass that grows in my front yard at my hometown house. Somebody poisoned my grass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I smelled gasoline. Fans would send my grandmother hate mail. You going at grandma? Just because her grandson ain't going to Alabama?
Hey, Braves Country, I'm Mac McGee. Join us for Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. Jump into our pregame show, Braves Country Today, just before first pitch. Stick around for the postgame show, Braves Country Tonight, where we will open up the phone lines and react to your calls or your comments all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, pitch by pitch, play by play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
With 2 outs in the bottom of the 10th inning, Derek Jeter came to bat.
Young Hun Kim trying to send this game to the 11th.
It was 4 minutes after midnight on November 1st.
Taking care of the first 2 here in the 10th. Jeter hits it into right. Back at the wall. Game over. Yankees win and the series is tied.
Oh, baby! We got us a ball game again. It's still a 6-run lead, and Toronto should be in the driver's seat. But they were in the catbird seat before that inning started. We'll hit the 7th inning stretch on the next break, the file jammed up and started spinning. I was like, I'm not waiting on it. So we're here in the bottom of the seventh. We will do the seventh inning stretch on the next one, and then we'll follow that up with the eighth inning. Has become a tradition here. The eighth inning 8-ball that we play. We didn't forget it. We just couldn't get it rolling. First pitch on the way is a four-seam fastball by Warren, outside wide for a strike. It's 0-1. So he's back out there, the 0-1. Swing, slices it foul on 2. You wonder how aggressive will Aaron Boone be. It's still a 6-run game. They only have 2 more at bats. But they just put 5 on the board on that bullpen. Is the 0-2. Swing, lifts it. High into right field, drifting back, making the catch is Judge. On the way. But any way you slice it, you got tomorrow off. So you're going to be able to reset that bullpen realistically anyways. And he will be treating, obviously, today he's treating as the next game as, well, that's going to be a game 7 for me because, I mean, a whole season may be on the line. So he's going to try to save as many arms as he can because he may have to get big-time length out of both of them. If you're wondering how this series will play out the rest of the way, is the 1-0 down and away, 2-0. We'll play Tuesday and Wednesday, and then an off day, and Friday would be Game 5 back in Toronto. Now, that's if the Yankees can push it, vice versa. If you have 2 off days built in this week, the 2-0, swing rattles it off the cage. Ben Rice is now behind home plate. Rice is behind home and Goldschmidt is at first. They flip-flopped catcher and first in the batting order. And Goldschmidt pinch hit for Wells. The 2-1 count. Swing, pops it up. The 2-2. So you would think if Warren gets through here unscathed and the Yankees do anything in the 8th, they'll get aggressive with the back of the bullpen. The 2-2 pitch, swing, fouls it back, we'll do it again. Now, at the same token, Will Warren, who's a starter, is only at 71 pitches, so he's not in danger on that front, but you only want the Toronto batters to see him so many times. So it's a cat and mouse game going on there. In the dugout of New York is the 2-2. Chopper back up the middle, scooped up by Jazz. He'll fire it to first, and it's a 4-3 put out. 2 down. Two up, 2 down, back to the top of the order. Swing! That ball's belted high and deep. Going back. It's going to get off the wall. Bellinger has it, fires it in to the infield, and it is a 2-out double for the Blue Jays. Smoked that ball. That looked like that had a chance to get out. The wind has died down a little bit. I don't think it had that big of a factor. Remember earlier in the game, it was blowing out to left center, right where he hit the ball there, at about 15 miles an hour. That's where he hit his home run out. It just got over the wall. He didn't have as much wind aiding him there, and it hit off the top of the left center field wall. Louis Varland is warming up in the pen for the Blue Jays. Expect him to come in top of the 8th. Runner at second. 2 outs. The 0-1. Swing! Fouls it away. It's 0-2. No 2 count. On a funny note, is the 0-2 pitch. Ball bounces out in front of Rice. Springer heads down to third base, and he's just 90 feet away for another run for Toronto. The most picked up player in fantasy football this week fumbled the ball, was about to score like an 85-yard touchdown run, something like that for Arizona. And the guy, I don't know how many times you got to see these players do this. He drops the ball before he crosses the end zone. As the 1-2 swung on, pop back, foul out of play. We'll do it again. How many times have we seen that over the years as sports fans? Some guy crossing the goal line. This guy was a third stringer. He finally gets a chance to break one free, and he just lets the ball go. I don't think it's going to decide the game at all, but it's people in fantasy football world are jumping out of windows right now. The 1-2 count. Lukes, who came in for Schneider defensively, righty-lefty, the pitch. 94 misses off the plate, 2-2. While that's going on, Warren is creeping up near the 80 mark. He's at 78 pitches. And Warren's going to step off the bump for a second. He's got to be careful how he does that. A balk would be a run. Will Warren. The pitch. Swing! Pops it up. Into left field. Bellinger's underneath it. And we'll see how this plays out. We're going to give you that 7th inning stretch we couldn't bring to you last inning. Get up and stretch, y'all. It's the 8th inning. Welcome back, y'all. (13-7) your score, but it ain't over. Blue Jays will turn to the bullpen one more time. The right-hander coming out of the pen, Louis Varlin. 6'1", 205-pounder, 27-year-old out of St. Paul, Minnesota. Righty-lefty matchup. We start the top of the 8th, and the first pitch on the way to McMahon, 98 miles an hour, high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Varlin is the 1-0, drops a bunt. It's going to be a tough play. Varlin's got it, fires it to first, and he'll get McMahon by a step. 1 away. Varlin has a brother playing in the Arizona Diamondbacks organization, Gus. He is a pitcher as well. First pitch to Volpe to start off the at-bat is outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. 1-1 count, 13-7 your score. Yankees. Trail by 6, the 1-1 outside wide. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch, swung on, chopped back foul, 2-2. The 2-2. Pitch on the way. 100 miles an hour, just misses the mark. 3-2. Just a touch outside the zone. The payoff pitch. Swing, dribbles it right back to the mound. A comebacker. 1-3 put out, and now there's 2 away. Carlos Rodon versus Shane Bieber. Shane Bieber spent most of the year on the shelf, coming back from major injury. Toronto picked him up off the scrap heap from Cleveland. As the pitch on the way to Goldschmidt is fouled back out of play. Cleveland traded him away before they realized they were going to get scorching hot and make the playoffs. The 0-1. Remember hearing an interview from Bieber during the offseason. The 0-1 chops it over to third, 5-3, and that will end the inning. Goldschmidt and the Yankees go down quietly. We will not go down quietly. Bottom of the 8th. Here we go. It's the 8th inning here in Braves country.
106 miles from Chicago. We've got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
It's happy hour. When wins become losses and losses become wins.
You guys going to happy hour? Yeah? Yeah, I'll come for a couple. Just a couple, though. Not like last time.
When buying a beer, don't make this mistake. Buying only one beer can cause a misalignment in your spine due to the uneven weight distribution. This can cause unnecessary back pain and potential spine issues. To prevent this, carry 2 beers, ensuring your body is balanced and proper health maintained.
Okay. Let's get it! Hey!
Afternoon, everybody. Put my pants on, one leg at a time. Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Pregame, salute.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to. Pretty soon we're going to be communist country.
Oh, yeah. Believe in the Lord. You gotta understand it. We're on a mission from God.
If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to kill me!
Welcome back. Just a reminder, the first Thursday after the World Series ends, which it's either November 6th or 7th. I can't remember the dates. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. November 6th. We are going to do our Once Upon a Pastime series. We'll get it done before NFL football kicks off that night. We're going to do the curious case of Shoeless Joe Jackson. We dive into the pros and cons and why he should or should not be elected into the Hall of Fame, why he should have been elected already. As the first pitch on the way is a P at the knees. Four-seam fastball. Bill Warren's back out there for another inning. Why not? He's pitched well. It's 0-1. Righty-righty matchup. Vlad Jr. 3 for 4 with a grand slam. Swing pops it up high in the sky. Aaron Judge calling off Grisham. F9. What a way. Warren, when he first came in, he was giving up runs left and right. But he is given up just 2 runs since the 5th inning. And if the Yankees come back to make this a series or even a game here, be a little bit of an unsung hero because you saved the bullpen on Tuesday when you may have to go 2-3 innings on someone that normally isn't used to going that long. Because if Rodon comes out and pitches the way he did the other night, there's going to be issues. The 0-1, swing and a miss. 0-2. All in all, Rodon's been really good this year. (0-2) count. Alejandro Kirk singled in the 4th. He's 1 for 4. Pitch on the way. Swing, pops it up into left center field, drifting in, making the running catch. Cody Bellinger, F7. As was, you'll see the emojis will change depending on the ball game. Are they going to come get him? They're going to come get him. Wow. This is a little hard to believe. He's gone 4 2/3. His pitch count is 84, but Boone's going to go get him with 2 outs here in the 8th. I thought they would let him get that last out because, hey, let's be honest. If they don't bat again, you wouldn't have to use another pitcher. Luke Weaver, I believe, is coming into the game. We'll be back in a flash. Yankees trail by 6.
Mac McGee.
Can I
We're on the same team.
The Country Club for Braves Country Radio.
And we need more players. We need you to help us win the battle against hunger and poverty. You can sponsor
Braves Country Radio.
Teamwork is what
The Country Club for Braves Country Radio.
it is all about. And that's why we need you. For just $15 a month,
Don't get greedy. Ask for $2.99.
you can sponsor a child just like
Braves Country Radio.
I've been able to really help,
Braves Country Radio.
and it feels so good. It's so easy. Just reach out now and start sending your love around the world.
The Country Club for Braves Country Radio.
You join our team, we really can bat 1,000.
Mac McGee.
Who's waiting for help? There's room on our team for you.
You shut up! You shut up! I'm so scared right now, you shut up! Are you doing this? No, I'm doing this!
Welcome back! Accidentally hit that button coming in, but I just let it ride. I was like, whatever. So Will Warren finished the game pretty well, though he gave up 6 runs altogether. But he was not expecting to pitch today, so you got to factor that in. The Yankees have climbed back into this. It's 13-7, and once trailed 13-2, 12-0. So they'll have something to hang their hat on, even if they can't come back.
Thank God. I was going to take his belt. I want to find him hanging in the shower.
So here we go. Varsho, who's clubbed a couple over the wall, coming to the plate. First pitch, swing, pops it up, and deep into left field, but underneath it will be Cody Bellinger. So we'll be back in a flash. The top of the order is due up for the Yankees, by the way, and that's not nothing. They trail by 6, one last chance.
You guys, I got on the scale this morning, and let me tell you, the armor of God is heavy. Isn't it great to know that he's always there?
I woke up today, I said, you know what, I'm gonna look cute. I'm gonna actually look like a girl. I'm gonna put some makeup on. I decided to straighten my hair. Outfit trash, but you know what, we did the makeup. Class is canceled. So you mean to tell me I fought for my life for this eyeliner for nobody to see it?
Hey, I don't know who I need to talk to in order to put this in action, but I think buying groceries with no food stamps should help boost your credit score.
What is a random baby name that you 100% will be naming your kid no matter what your spouse says?
I'm going to name him Wussel, so people think he has a speech impediment.
In Game 6, Randy Johnson came through again for Arizona, and they beat New York 15-2 in Phoenix. In Game 7, for the third time, Curt Schilling started for Arizona. Roger Clemens again pitched for New York.
Curt Schilling, who last night guaranteed a victory, saying we're going to win. The chance of a lifetime for Luis Gonzalez. 2-2, bottom of the ninth, bases loaded. Infield in, 1 out.
The one problem is Rivera throws inside the left-handers, and left-handers get a lot of broken bat hits into the shallow part of the outfield. That's the danger in bringing the infield in with a guy like Rivera on the mound.
There's just enough time in baseball to see tragedy or triumph headed your way. Season's over.
The Diamondbacks are world champions!
Welcome back. So we are going to go ahead. I mean, we had quite a few people say that they want to watch it. And I don't mind doing it. I just didn't want to do it if there's going to be only 3 people in there. We're going to go ahead and set up the link. I probably will have to wait till after the game because I'm flying solo today. Jason's been off for the weekend, so we did pin the name of the channel up in the description. So if you go over there and subscribe to that, hit the alerts. It'll let you know when we're doing these games over there. We're going to do it tonight, Detroit, Seattle, so you're going to get the 3D. Just won't have the play-by-play because I have to do a doubleheader by myself again tomorrow, and probably a few of those this week, so I'm trying to save my voice. Seranthony Dominguez, first pitch, 98 right there on the outer edge. Smacks the black. It's 0-1. Dominguez, the ex-Philadelphia Philly. Braves fans probably remember him there. Grisham, Judge, and Bellinger, the 0-1 swing. That ball's belted into deep right center, but plenty foul. It's 0-2. So if you want to go over there and chat, you will have an opportunity to do that, whether you're watching the Tigers game or just wanting to chat about whatever. We're going to set that up after this game ends. The 0-2, down and away. It's Armchair QB Radio will be pinned. It is pinned at the top of this page right here. 1-2 count. Fixing fires. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with the bender. Down and in, one away. One out, Aaron Judge, the batter. First pitch is a 98-mile-an-hour smoke shot up high. Misses. It's 1-0. Misses outside wide sweeper, 2-0. Count. 97 smacks the inner edge. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. 98 misses inside. Ball 3, 3-1. 3-1 to Judge. Bellinger stands on deck. Rice in the hole. The pitch just misses, I guess, ball 4, and he'll head on down to first. So the Yankees trying to get something going here. First pitch, four-seam fastball. Right there for a strike to Cody Bellinger, who hit a 2-run shot his last time up. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Splitter down and away. Good take. 1-1. Infield back and to the right. Yankees trail by 6. Top of the 9th, 1 out. 13-7 your score. Toronto Blue Jays trying to take a 2-0 lead here in a best-of-5. The 97-mile-an-hour being off the plate. Ball 2, 2-1. 7 runs, 10 hits, 1 error for the Yankees. 13 runs, 15 hits, 1 error for the Toronto Blue Jays. The 2-1 swing, fouls it back, 2-2. The 2-2 count. Blue Jays fans are at their feet. The pitch, down below the knees, 97 miles an hour, missed quite a bit. Dominguez wanted the call, but didn't look like it came anywhere close to the zone. Payoff pitch, swung on, chopped up the middle. And the play is going to be made 4-3. Put out on the play. Judge makes it up to second base. And the Yankees are down to their last out. Righty-lefty matchup. Ben Rice, the batter, the first pitch. Outside wide. 1-0. Yankees down to their final out. They would be heading home, staring down the barrel of a 2-0 deficit in a best of 3. 1-0 right there for a strike. 1-1 count. Swing! That ball's hammered down the first base line. Foul. One and two. The 1-2. Pitch on the way. Outside wide. Evens up the count at 2-2. Judge at second. 2 outs. A 2-2 count. Deuces Wild trailing by 6. You're just joining us. The 2-2 swing just got a piece of it. We'll do it again. Trey Yesevich, 5 1/3 no-hit innings, 11 strikeouts, 1 walk. They pulled him, and then the bullpen of the Blue Jays has coughed up 7 runs in the last almost 4 innings. The 2-2, outside wide, 3-2. Full count now. Standing on deck is Giancarlo Stanton. The tying run is at the bottom of the order. The payoff pitch, down below the knees, ball 4. Uncle Ben will head on down to first. First and second, 2 outs. One swing here by Stanton could cut the lead in half. First pitch on the way to Stanton, swung on and chopped foul, sinker down the third baseline. It's on 1. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Yankees down to their last strike once again. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll end the game. Chase a sweeper about a foot off the plate, and the Toronto Blue Jays have taken a 2-0 series lead. Teams that have done so in a best-of-5 series have won 89% of the time. But we'll see what happens on Tuesday as they head back to the Bronx for 2. If the Yankees can hold serve, you'd have a winner-go-home Game 5 in this series back in Toronto on Friday. We'll see you. We're going to put the chat up. I'll get that link together the next 5 or 10 minutes. And we will see you next time. Doubleheader, play-by-play right here on Braves Country Radio tomorrow. Game ball, it's got to be Guy Savage, Trey Yesovich. 5 innings, 11 Ks, no hits. What a great outing by the youngster.
Goodbye, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. We're back tomorrow with another show. Well, unless we're fired, we'll talk to you then. Goodbye, sweetheart. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Guys and gals, it's time to go. We'll see you on the next show.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
It's closing time, y'all. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a great one. On your way out, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to tip your favorite bartender. We'll see you. I'm Mac McGee, signing off for Braves Country Radio.